Good morning, Malise.
Good morning. I was just checking. It's week 37.
Yeah, God, I gotta change those pictures at the intro. It's like we look so young on those pictures. That was like taken 10 years ago, I think.
And what are you saying?
Nothing. We've aged, gracefully
Yeah,
aged.
gracefully. That's good. Glad
Good
you
morning,
added that.
everybody.
How is everybody doing
Hope
today?
hoping everybody is having a good day. We had the first snow of the year.
I know I was super happy yesterday when I saw that.
Me
Starting
too.
to.
Usually I don't like snow, but this year it's just, I don't know, like the dead trees and well, not dead, but the leaves all
Mhm.
gone and stuff. It just was, even though I hike every week and it's really beautiful, but the snow, it's just adding a little something and just a little joy and, we need it.
Was starting to look a lot like Christmas. How's your
It
decorating
does.
going? I've got 3 trees up so far.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Yes, I'm gonna have
Wow.
to snap some pictures. I just find sometimes it's hard to get a good picture with the lights. I don't know if I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
do them justice, but yeah, I got my black tree in the office here with red decorations, and I have a white tree in the other room with pink and purple, kind of different. I was gonna do that into a white tree. It was gonna be what's black and white and red all over. Go, what is it?
What?
What's black and white and red all over?
Black and white and red. Well, that spells the secret to me, but
A, news, a newspaper that was the
okay.
old fashioned black and white red all over. And then I have a traditional green tree too. But yeah, I'm looking at starting to wrap presents soon.
Okay. I haven't gotten my presents yet. I still have to go shopping and do all that. But a good way to do your shopping this year will be on the virtual very big Christmas show that's coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, the 28th of November.
So we're always trying to help small businesses, and so we've designed this trade show. I don't know if you remember, back in March we brought the Women's Day show online as a virtual platform. So we've taken the same kind of platform and we've kind of elaborated on it. And I'm gonna share my screen here so I can show you what it looks like. So you can go on. Whoa, is that flickering at your end?
Yeah, it is. Don't
What's
tell me
going
don't
on?
tell me we got
Oh,
internet problems like last week.
no, please no. Okay, so it's not flickering anymore.
No.
So you can go on the verybigchristmasshow.com and then you can register your booth if you're a vendor. This will take place on Saturday from 12 to 4 and 12 to 5, sorry. Yeah, it's been extended. You don't have to be there. You could be there. So the way it works is from 12 to 4, people will come on here and we'll see this map. Now, the map will have all the vendors listed right on here. And the booth space will click onto either your Facebook page or your website if you have a website. And so people can click there and go and shop on your platform, and we'd appreciate if you'd be there so you can answer questions and emails as people shop during that time frame from 12 to 5. What we'll do as well is my Lisa and I will have a live cast that will go on from 12 to 5, the whole 5 hours, and we'll be going through all the vendors. We'll be visiting with you guys. If you want, you don't have to be on camera, but if you do want to come on the show and on the live cast and visit with us, then you can show us some of your products and show the audience some of your products, some of your services, explain what you do, guide people to your website, your Facebook page, wherever it is that you sell, and then that's how they can virtually visit with you. So you can go and register on the verybigchristmasshow.com. You just go and click the register your booth, and it is $25, and it is a fundraiser for the toy drive. So the Optimus Toy Drive is ongoing right now. This is happening every day, every year, and they give out a lot of toys to kids that otherwise would wake up on Christmas morning and have very little under their tree. So it's a very,
Mhm.
very important cause. Last year, I think they did something like 1,500 families that they supplied some presents for. So please support this. It is a fundraiser. It is a fun event. It is something that will help your business as well. The listings are going to stay on the website for the entire year. So, and the Seeker will give you a small ad, a small square ad on the next issue, the January issue of the Seeker, as well as a rotating ad on our website. So we're excited.
Yeah, we are. We were excited with the Women's Day show too, and it worked out quite well. So
Yeah, it's different. It's a different way of doing things. It's a safer way of doing things for this year. And then we're gonna have a special guest at 7.
yes, we are the man in the big red suit himself,
Hmm.
and I think we all know who that is.
I have no idea. No.
Santa Claus is
So
going to be coming and chatting with the kids. So come
yeah,
on.
so Santa Claus will be on from 7 to 8 on our again on our social media channels. So
Mhm.
Facebook, YouTube, and our Facebook group as well. And kids can come on. Just grab your kids, bring them on camera, and they can virtually sit on Santa's lap and ask for their wants for the Christmas season. So that's another neat way to visit with Santa, since I don't think they're bringing Santa in the shopping centers this year.
Yeah, I was wondering about that actually. Well, yeah, and kids need to tell them now what they want because it takes the elves quite a bit of time to make everything up in the North Pole, right?
Yeah. Well, it's really nice of Santa to take such um take an hour out of his busy
Hmm.
schedule right now. Like, he is really busy right now,
Yeah,
and he's coming to sit with the Seeker Chicks, so it's pretty cool.
yeah, we're excited.
Yep.
Maybe we can virtually sit on his lap too.
Who knows?
Anyway, so what's new in Cornwall? What has been happening lately?
Well, if we're talking coronavirus cases and everything, our region is back onto the yellow zone,
Yep.
which is awesome. Um, it means we're progressing. It means that we've done good for the last little
Hmm.
while. Our cases are dropping, and so that's always good news. But everywhere else in Ontario is not doing so well.
Yeah, I know they're starting to close things down again in Toronto, Peel region, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, everything over
Scary.
there, Toronto and Peel are going on lockdown,
Yep.
and the surrounding regions are going into the red zone. So yeah, not too good. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's
Hmm.
good news about vaccines and stuff. So hopefully, sooner rather than later. I've read somewhere that as early as May, they're thinking that we might be able to go back to some sort of a normal.
Normal,
Hopefully,
yeah.
because those vaccines are going to be kind of like in limited quantities at
Yep.
first, and as they produce them, they're going to be rolled out. But you know, I don't know. Those are American companies. I sure hope there's some for Canada there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Well, we in the meantime, we just have to keep ourselves safe and keep wearing the masks and washing our hands and social distancing. So
Yeah,
that seems to be working as well. Yeah, my mom and dad talk to my aunt and uncle in England too, and it's hitting England pretty hard right now. There's a lot of big cities in lockdown, so we're actually very lucky here
yeah,
in Cornwall.
yeah, yeah. So, anyways, let's keep it this way. And
Mm-hmm.
but so there was an no, I want to call it a freedom march
Yeah.
on Saturday. Another one. So they're doing these things every 2 weeks, I hear.
Oh, is that what it
And
is now? 2 weeks.
yeah, I think that's the goal. That's every 2 weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of talk last week about the police threatening to fine if they had more than 100
100
people.
people.
And I don't know if you remember, but I had talked to you and said, well, it's all bark, no bite, and
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to do anything. And of course, they didn't do anything. There was more than 100 people there on Saturday.
Oh, there was.
So, yeah, so it's a problem because you've got a lot of people who are doing what's asked from them and
Mm-hmm.
that are complying and that are doing the right thing, and then you got these people who are going on and defying everything. And the guy was defiant. Like, I mean, he had said on Facebook, let's get this over 100 and show them, like, kind of sort of thing, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
defiantly saying, no, we're going to have more than 100 people and there's nothing they can do. And of course, you run into an issue where, they're just going to lose credibility. And then, and I know firsthand because, I'm kind of like that with my kids. I'm all threats and I never follow through with the threats, and I have no credibility. So if I say something, they know that, they're just going to wait an hour and it's going to go away.
You know what? I don't think you're the only one. I think we all had that. Mine are a little older now, but I think it was the same thing.
Yeah, but when you're the government
Yeah,
and
that's
when you're the police force,
yeah,
then it's going to become a problem because then people are not going to um, follow anything because they're going to know there's no repercussion.
exactly. Yeah, and
So
there's going to be other groups popping up and other people doing things too. So because nothing's going to happen,
yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty bad.
Okay, so my lease, I'm going to have to just get off. Just continue talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, here we go. So I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about, other than there is another big event going on the 28th of November, and that is the Christmas parade, which again is going to be done a bit differently this year. Where I'm just mentioning about the Christmas parade on the 28th as well. It's going
Yeah.
to be starting at 4:30, and it's going to be taking place in the parking lot at the Civic Complex, much in the same way as they did it's the Optimus Club putting it on, I
No,
believe.
it's not. It's not the Optimus Club putting it
Oh,
on. No, it is the. It's an effort from the. Well, it's a committee. It's the Santa Claus Parade Committee
yeah,
that puts it
exactly.
on. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. The Optimus Club did the Halloween, but it's going to be the same kind of thing. So you're going
it,
to be
it,
driving through
it
this
gets confusing because Terry's all over the place. So
year.
you kind
Yeah,
of go
Terry's
through
in
him.
charge of everything. So we always think it's the Terry committee, but
The
but
Terry
yeah,
Committee.
what a guy though. He's got so much energy and he helps so many people. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit different because where the parade is usually moving, this time the parade and the booths and everything is going to be still, and
Stationary.
you're going to stationary, and you're going to be moving through
Hmm.
the parking lot. So it's going to be nice. I mean, at least we can still have some kind of normal.
I was actually debating because the Seeker always live casts the parade because we have
Mm-hmm.
a prime location here
Yeah,
at the office, so we
exactly.
always stream the parade every year. So I was actually debating if I was going to go and do a run through and do a live cast while I'm running through. I might do that.
Well, we're running through the show because
Yeah.
we're doing the show at the same time.
Oh no, it's at
Uh,
4:30, so I could go at 5, like
yeah,
theoretically,
yeah, yeah. You'll have a little
but
bit
I
of
have to be
time.
back by 7 for Santa.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how you're going to pull
I
that
don't
off,
know.
but where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, that's what they
That's the
say.
way it works. Yeah, it's going to be nice. So it'll
Yeah.
be, and I guess,
There are also buses. So because this is what I feel so sad for Terry sometimes because he bends over backwards
hmm
to try to get things done and get things happening in the community, and then he posts something on Facebook and then he gets all these negative comments about, well, what about this and what about that and what do we do if we don't have this and what do we do if I cannot you know the point
yeah, I
is that
saw
he's
that.
he's trying to do something for, you know, some of us. Like
Hmm.
he would love to include all of us, but you know, some of us being able to have a parade is probably better than none of us having a parade,
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
know.
I saw the post though about what happens if we don't have a car, because of course you need a car to drive through, and then I see that the city is going to donate some
So
buses
yeah,
to go
but you
through.
know, that's what I mean. So at first, you know, he posts that the parade is going to be like that, and then you
Yep.
get all these people. Well, what if you don't have a card? Then he goes and bends over backwards to try to find a solution and get some
Hmm.
city buses. Then you got all the people saying, "Well, you know, how are they going to sanitize those buses between the runs? And how does that make any sense? Because this and that." Like the guy is trying, just
Yeah.
you know. Anyways, we're trying really hard to give a some sort of a Christmas parade, Christmas um cheer to the masses. And you know, this is unfortunate, you know, but nobody created COVID. This is
No.
not something that anybody wanted. Nobody wanted this. You think they want to put a parade like this? They're used to doing their stuff like it always has been. You know, this parade has been in Cornwall since 1971.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it's always been down Second Street.
It's always been like a whole bunch of floats that go
Yeah.
down the street. So, you
Yep.
know, they've had to change and adapt and make do with the cards that they were dealt this year, you know. It's sad, you know. It's a shame and it's a pain in the neck, and nobody wants COVID, but you know, we're doing the best we can with the situation.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been some really good things coming out of it too. I mean, people have pivoted and people have changed their ways of doing stuff. So,
Yeah.
and the community has come together in many different
I'm
ways.
actually in awe of this community. Do you know how many communities in Ontario and in Canada did not have Ribfest this year?
Mm,
Did not have a Halloween? Did not
exactly.
have, you know, won't have a Christmas parade? We've really done well as a community.
I
So,
think
you
so.
know, pat ourselves on the back here,
Yeah,
and
there you go.
let's keep moving. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, they've done a very good job. But we gotta hunker down. Like I was watching Ford last week, and man, he's just begging people to stay put, you know?
Now, I did see on Facebook a few people had posted too. There's a little thing that says, "Remember how careful and how good we were back in March and April? We have to do that again."
Well, I heard something yesterday, and that kind of really put things in perspective. The guy on CNN said, a Zoom Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is this week in the States, right?
It is, yeah.
It's Thursday. So he said a Zoom Thanksgiving will make sure that you don't have an ICU Christmas.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is true.
It is. So it kind of puts things into perspective. It
So,
sucks. You know, Christmas is going to be very different this year. Like, I'm actually considering asking my kids to quarantine for 2 weeks so I can have a Christmas with them, you know?
yeah.
And they might be able to do that. You know, they don't, right now they're on parental leave, like Kyle's on parental leave. And
Hmm.
so he might be able to do that. And that would be great because then we can have a Christmas all together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you're lucky that you can, because I'll be doing a Zoom Christmas with my kids for sure. So,
But you always do anyways because they're in Calgary.
um,
So,
yeah.
oh, you're used
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, there was one year I was lucky, and Chris still talks about it. He was home for Christmas. So, I mean, that was a nice year. But this year, he couldn't even come home April, May-ish like he usually does because of the situation. So, we'll see what happens next year.
So I would like to ask people what they think about the march that happened on Saturday. So when we posted something about it 2 weeks ago, with the other march that happened, I posted a few pictures, and there was
Hmm.
a lot of comments and a lot of activity on that post, and strong opinions on both sides of the fence.
Hmm.
And so I'd love to hear what people have to say. If you want to come on, I've posted the link in the comments here. You can come on, Cam, and just tell us what you think.
Or just put your comment in the comment
Or
box
yeah,
if
or
you
put
want
your
to.
comments on the comment box, and we'll read them out loud. Um, did you watch the video of the guest speakers?
I didn't. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Where was it?
It was posted on Facebook. I posted it yesterday because
Oh, okay.
I watched it, and it really made me sad. It made me really sad because I I don't understand. I don't understand it. Like, I wish I could understand um these people who think that um this is an infringement on our rights, and that's our civil liberties that are going out the windows, because I don't see it.
Well, I mean,
I would love
infringement
for
on the
somebody to
rights.
explain that to me here. Like, come on.
So, do these people think that wearing a seatbelt is an infringement on their rights? Do they? I don't know. Like, I mean, there's many things that we have to do for safety reasons as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, are they all infringements on people's rights? I don't know. I don't understand that really either.
Yeah, I don't know how this is different from wearing a seatbelt or having a car seat, or,
Exactly.
it's um mm, somebody, there's no devices, so I'm not going to bring them in. Um so yeah, I don't see it.
What really scares me is the timing of the march when they go down Pitt Street. It's basically right in the middle of a busy Saturday afternoon. So they say that they're helping small business. I'm not seeing that either because a lot of people are leery on going downtown shopping at that time.
Mhm.
So that's taking away a few hours for small business to operate as well. But like
Yeah.
I say, I'm not really understanding this either. So it would be interesting to get some opinions.
I have somebody on right now, but I'm not sure if they even are from Cornwall. I'm going to add them to the stream and see um what that's about, okay?
Yeah, that was kind of a weird comment.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Hello.
So, do you have an opinion on what we're talking about?
Where are you from?
Okay. Your your stream is not good, so I'm going to have to remove you. Okay. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he was a bit frozen there. So
Yeah,
hopefully he'll give us another comment.
yeah. I don't know. He's asking where we're from anyway, so I'm not sure that's somebody that's from Cornwall. So, okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, if you can come online and explain to me what the logic is behind this, and
Mm-hmm.
the speakers yesterday were so there was this MPP from, I think, Kingston,
Okay.
and then there was this pastor from, can't remember where he's from.
He's not from
Oh,
Aylmer, is he?
Aylmer. Yes, Aylmer. That's right.
That's what I thought.
So, okay, so there was a pastor and there was the MPP, and
Mm-hmm.
and I keep hearing them saying that there's health professionals that are behind this movement, that doctors are saying, nurses are saying, epidemiolog, how do you pronounce that word? Epidemiologists. I don't know. Um, you know what I mean, right?
I think so, yeah.
Epidemiologists. There, I got it.
You got it.
So that they're all saying that lockdowns don't work, saying that masks don't work, and where are these? Where are these health professionals?
it would have been interesting to have a couple of those speaking.
Yep. So I have Jane here. So let's add Jane to the stream. Hi, Jane.
Good morning.
Oh, there she is.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, ladies?
We're good.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
I'm just on cell phone, so hopefully.
Your quality is amazing, actually. You're the best of all three.
Perfect. I'm not normally the best, so I'll take it.
So I have an interesting comment here, so I'm going to put it up. I heard it best from a nurse who started to cry when she was trying to talk about the protesters and said that healthcare workers are exhausted and that the protesters are selfish and ill-informed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was saying too. You know, the health workers, none of them, like, have they even talked to my beef is, have they even talked to healthcare workers? Like, have you gone to a COVID ward and asked questions there? And have you talked to what was the other person that I lost my train of thought. But yeah, no, I mean, you know, they're exhausted.
And it's starting again. Like, it's sort of, there was at the beginning, I think healthcare was a bit of a panic. I work for the Ministry of Job. We were pulled out at the end of March, and we've been working all by phone. We still are. We were on track to go back in, and then that all stopped when numbers started to go up again. But I've talked to the hospital because I know so many of them. And they said, you know, it was really stressful in the beginning. Routine was changed. Everybody was on edge. Then numbers were doing really well in the summer time, but it just sort of became a new normal for them. And now it's starting to ramp up again. And they talk about a vaccine. We hope the vaccine will work. It's a little when things are put through this fast. You aren't as confident in it working. You aren't as confident in what side effects or complications could be there, but hopefully they've got this thing with an end. But in the meantime, why are the numbers as crazy as they are? Why are things not improving? You know, what is it that's changed that is worse now than it ever was?
Well, you see, and that's actually one of the points they take to make their case, is that, look, we've been wearing masks all along and the numbers are skyrocketing. So,
but masks aren't the only thing that changed. So when did we start wearing masks mandatory? Not, I thought, start being required to wear them.
I can't remember exactly, but I think it was somewhere in July, I think, or even June.
Over summer.
Yep.
You know, things got good. What changed in the fall?
I say schools.
Yep.
Or people just became lax.
People went back to work. A lot of places that were work from home went back to work. Kids going to school, parks and all of that are open again. People were playing sports, became more, you know, as much as they were non-contact, you know, sports are back. Stores, a little bit relaxed, but not really. Restaurants went back in, gyms went back in. But locally, I haven't seen cases tied to restaurants and gyms.
No.
I haven't seen that.
I think we had one case in a restaurant in Longsu, a server, but it was a one-off. It was not not tied to an outbreak or anything.
And even across the province, I mean, there have been some issues in restaurants and that, like a Toronto area, but not a lot.
But in
lots
schools,
of issues.
Jane, like our schools here, there's been, I think, a total of 2 or 3 outbreaks. There's been the one-off here and there. Like because the way they're doing it, right, is that even if there's several cases in one school, they don't declare an outbreak unless they're connected, the 2 cases. So if it's not in the same class, if they're not meeting the same way, then it's not considered an outbreak. I don't know if I agree with that or not, but
yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell me 100% that person A and person B didn't get on the bus together, didn't talk together in the schoolyard,
Didn't go to washroom.
didn't go to the in a high school, didn't walk down the street and go out for lunch afterwards, are not hanging around together outside of the school setting. So I don't know that I agree with that. Inside information, so I'll leave that to the experts.
Yeah.
But certainly a lot of cases coming from schools, and those cases from schools seem to be linked to family outside of school.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
how many of this is coming from people who, oh man, I don't feel that great. It's just a cold. You know what? It was just a cold, but it really wasn't. So for the other people you were around, now you spread COVID without knowing.
Yeah, and that's happened quite a few times, that teachers went to school with symptoms and you know, got to infect the other people because of it, or had the classes closed, because you know it's an inconvenience, because now, even though maybe he didn't give it to anybody, the classes have to be canceled for 2 weeks and they have to do it from home. So it's a but you know, I understand 100%. Like, I went through it last week. I had a COVID test last week because I woke up on Wednesday and I had the sniffles and I had a sore throat. And so I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? And I didn't get tested. I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna wait and see a few days. So I waited on Thursday and it was not gone. And then on Friday, I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna go get tested just in case, you know, as a precaution. And in a normal year, there is no way I would have gone see a doctor for this. Like, there's no way. Like, we're changing seasons. The weather is different. I get the sniffles all the time and sore throat all the time. I'm not going to go get tested every single time that I got a little symptom, except that now we have to.
Well, then the other challenge is, so you're self-employed, you work from home, so you can do that. So you're a teacher, you've got this, go in for a test, you don't have to isolate until you get the results of that test. And for a period of time, that was taking 5 days.
Yeah.
So it was taking 3 to 4 days to get, up to 5 days to get the results. So basically you were off work for 14 days.
Right. Right. And so that's
people aren't doing anything because they can't afford to be off all the time.
Well, if I can offer my experience, I called on Friday morning at 10 a.m. I asked about the test. She said, well, it's up to you. You really don't have to. You can come if you want to or not. I said, okay, well, what's the turnaround? And she said, I can book you in at 11:40. And I said, okay, I'll be there. So I went in. I parked my car at 11:35, got out of the car, walked to the door. I said, I'm a little early. She said, you can come in. She got me in, gave my health card, went in the little booth, blah, blah, blah. And 11:42, I was out. It was so quick. I couldn't believe it. They had their stuff together.
And you had your results pretty fast too.
I had my results in 27 hours.
Yeah.
It was super quick.
The longest I waited was 48, well, 3 days. The first one was a Friday and results on Sunday, 48 hours. Because with my mom in a retirement home, I was going every 2 weeks for a while. Then they lifted that requirement. But yeah, I never had to wait. But there was that one period of time where things got backed up for a while.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I know my son waited for like 7 days before they had their results.
Yeah. Yeah, things have improved. And yet lab care techs are not seen as an essential service. And they don't get pandemic. Realize that?
Wow.
They do
That's
not get
crazy.
the extra pay. Yeah. They've got nothing through this whole thing.
Wow.
And that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
And there's only a finite number of them. I guess it's not like a hugely popular profession right now. So there's not a surplus of people. So the ones who are existing now are putting in all kinds of overtime to try and keep up with the demand.
Wow.
It's kind of weird. So.
Sure brings a different meaning to overworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's going back. I tried to log in when you were talking about the protest, but it took a while to get in because I haven't logged in on this device before.
Yes.
Protest. My only question would be, so if you have more than 100, we're going to fine you. And then the day of there was more than 100 and there's no fine. Now, unless they're going to issue after, and I've seen that in a few cases, they haven't handed it out the day of, they've gone to the organizers afterwards. But so what exactly is the parameters of what you are and are not allowed to do? Because they were fined and then they weren't fined. So was it misinformation in the first place? Like, it would be nice to know clear parameters.
I don't know, because there's been plenty of articles written last week about the fact
Hamilton.
that they were going to fine. I
Yeah.
mean, they made a big deal out of saying they were going to fine,
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't.
and then they didn't. So that's what it goes back to what I was saying before. You're going to lose credibility, and
Yeah.
and everybody is going to start acting and do whatever the hell they
Well,
want, because
I would like to do a protest that's against, I don't know, a protest taking away my fundamental right to embrace a celebration of the holidays. So we'll do a protest. Everybody can dress up in Christmas clothes. If we're lucky, maybe a couple bands could join us. Protest, they'd be allowed. And people could, like, in protest, they could decorate trucks in that, and we could protest through the streets of Cornwall.
and then you'll
What's
have a
the
Christmas
difference?
parade.
What's the difference?
Yep.
The difference is I'm going to advertise a parade and people are going to line up on the side of the streets. But people lined up with masks on the side of the streets to see this protest, that they didn't want the protest. What's the difference?
Exactly. Very good point. Very fair point. And that's just it, it's not clear. It's I don't know. I wrote an editorial about the fact that I thought that the guidance was not clear from the get-go. I think that the messaging has not been 100% clear. It leads to confusion. There's a lot of
Yes.
conflicting information.
Mm-hmm.
It's back and forth and back and forth, and
Well, it's not black and white. There's way too much gray area. That's the problem.
well, there is. I mean, it's a new situation. It's a novel virus. So yeah, you're going to have that kind of situation where things are going to change, and that's understandable. But
try it if you're 90 years old. These people in retirement homes and long-term care.
Yeah.
The rules are changing every week. Anyway, I just logged in during my morning break and I'm getting the end of time, so I'm going to sign out. It was nice chatting.
All right, Dane.
Bye-bye. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, we haven't seen Jane in a while either. So
yeah. Well, she changed jobs, So
I know.
That's cool.
I know.
Anyways, so yeah.
But I mean, it is kind of unfortunate because really, like she was saying, so what? Anybody can do a parade, which they can't, because obviously the Christmas committee can't do the same kind of parade through town.
Yeah,
they have to do it differently.
There's always like hundreds, if not thousands of people lining up on the street parade. So I mean, that was out of the question completely. But she's got a point. Like, if you got a Black Lives Matter march with thousands of people, then it's okay.
Exactly.
Because you got the fundamental right to protest. So
yeah.
And I understand that we have the fundamental right to protest. I have nothing against that. That is absolutely a right. It's one of our fundamental rights. When you're not happy with something, you can go and protest it. And that's great. That's what makes Canada great. However, I always say my rights ends when yours begin. And if your right to protest puts my life, my right to live at risk,
yeah,
then something should be done about it. I think.
Well, I don't see too many comments. Nobody's really commenting on it.
Dr. Paul was saying last week at the press conference that there was no cases linked to the protests. However, he did say also that he didn't think somebody would tell him if if they were at a protest. So if one of the protesters would become ill as a result, they would not voluntarily give the information that they were at the protest because, you know, they would want to
Well,
protect that
yeah,
thing. Anyways,
yeah.
it is what it is.
I guess it is.
So, Christmas. Do you want to self isolate for 2 weeks and then come over for dinner?
What are we having? I'm just kidding.
Tamales. Like, I have 2 Thanksgivings. I'm not making another
Yeah,
turkey.
yeah. You
I'm
have
making,
your Canadian Thanksgiving, and then your other one is coming up. Like you
yeah,
said, Thursday, and then Christmas, you do the traditional Texan,
Tex-Mex
yeah,
meal.
the
Yeah,
Tex-Mex.
so I'll make tamales. And speaking of Mexican, you didn't partake in that, right? There was uh, a a new venture from two members at the Optimus Club who started a little cantina. So it's called
Mm-hmm.
Cantina El Alteño. And so they did their first pickup drive-through kind of taco uh, day on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that. Now,
Oh
where
my
is this? Where
God.
is this place?
Well, they're operating out of the Optimus
Oh,
Club's
okay.
canteen right now.
Okay.
So it's 301 Sunnyside. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all you have to order in advance. You order
Okay.
your meals. You have until Thursday at 12 a.m., like Friday at 12 a.m., to
Mm-hmm.
order your meals. And then you go pick it up on Saturday.
Oh.
And it was delicious. They had these little chicken tacos. There was 4 of them, and then it was served with pico de gallo and guacamole, and they had 2 different,
Mm.
sauces, salsa verde and a red, salsa to put on it. It was so good.
Now, my quick question, is it spicy? Is it hot? Is it, how
It
is it?
No, if you don't put any sauce on it, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the meat itself and the tacos themselves are not spicy. When you put the sauce on it, they become really like the sauce is quite spicy, but the
Yeah.
guacamole is not spicy. You could put that and sour cream or something, but it was delicious. It was so good. So I really hope they do it again, and I hope that it's gonna stick because it's I miss authentic Mexican cuisine.
Yeah, because I know you guys were eating that all the time. So that was my next question. Is this an ongoing thing? But you just answered this as well because you said you're hoping they're going to do it
Yes,
again.
I hope so. I hope so. It'll be posted on Facebook and on
Mm-hmm.
the Optimus Club website because that's where they sell
Yeah.
they resell the meals. But yeah, that was so good.
Speaking of the Optimist Club, how did the calendar sales? Are
They're
there any
all
more
gone.
calendars? Oh, I was going to say, are there any more left? Because I know they were having the sale on Thursday. They were selling some, so they're all done.
They're all gone. So that's
Wow.
good news. Yes, yes, they did very well. I think they sold it in like 2 weeks.
I
It's
know.
insane.
Well,
Yeah.
I asked you the question to see if they were even selling them, and you said, "Well, they have gone already."
Yeah,
So,
I didn't even have time to snatch 2 because I usually give them to my 2 older boys
yeah.
for Christmas, because they're a fantastic stocking stuffer,
Hmm.
it's like the gift that keeps on going, keeps on giving because,
Yeah.
you have chances of winning some cash every day, so for a whole
Hmm.
month, so it's awesome, but yeah, I didn't even have time to snatch any.
Yeah,
That's how
because last year I got one last
and
year
I'm the one
too.
who
So
prints them.
I
I
know
didn't even
you
have
didn't
time to
even.
snatch. No, I gave them the box and I figured I'll go grab some after and there you go.
So now you're gonna have to find some different stocking stuffers.
Mhm. Yep, I will. I'm really trying to shop local. I'm trying. It's hard to find like for everybody.
Well, when we put out our December seeker, we'll have our spread
Yep.
for the Santa ballot draw. My voice it keeps. I just have to clear my throat there. I got a frog in there. Yeah, so we're going to be doing the Santa ballot draw again, like usual, but a bit differently.
Yeah.
You'll be able to shop at the different stores on the 2 pages and fill out your name for a chance to win $200 cash. But if this year we're not kind of doing it differently because you won't be filling the ballot out at the stores. You're
Right.
going to go home and you're going to have instructions on how to fill it out online.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a computer, you can
Yeah.
call us and we will do it for you, just so that we don't have people standing in the stores and taking up spots of people that might be
And
standing
pen, you
outside.
know, having to sanitize the pen and everything
Exactly.
all the time. So it's giving um, stores to like more work than
Hmm.
we could find a way to do it a different way. Then it's better that way.
Yeah, so we have the COVID friendly way this year. So
Yeah.
basically, there'll be a few stores that you can shop at. They'll be in the December issue, which we're actually working on today
Yep.
after we get off.
Mhm. There's also going to be a page, and I want to thank everybody who did some suggestions because I had posted something about where do you find your original gifts locally, and so there was quite a lot of people who have posted some stores and some different kind of gifts.
Hmm.
And so there's going to be, I did a page for that, and there's 9 of them in there. We selected 9 stores where you can go and find original and unique gifts. So that will be also in the December issue.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's actually, if you start looking around Cornwall, there's a lot of neat little places.
There's a lot, but when you have kids, there is not that much.
It depends what you're looking for, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
The stuff that you would be looking for your kids, yeah, it would be
yeah,
harder to get.
yeah, yeah. So, anyways, I'm trying to find everything locally because I really want to support our people.
Yeah, like I said last week too, whenever I go to one of the stores and come out with a bag in my hand, I feel so happy that I've been
Yeah,
able to support somebody here.
of course, it is. It's important any year. It's especially important this year.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I want to remind everybody that if you have any events going on, you can go and post them on our website. So, you can go to theseeker.ca and click on events, and there's a little button there that says post your event. It's completely free to post your event, and it's really easy. You just go in, enter the details, post a picture with it, and then it'll be there. So don't hesitate if you have an event coming up, just go and post it on our website.
I do want to say one thing. The Holly Jolly Christmas show is on at Cayuan Gallery. I did stop in. It was really nice. I was hoping to see more Christmas paintings and stuff like that, but like Tracy had said, they tried that one year, and people want more paintings that they can put up throughout the year. They want to give those kind of things as presents, and they're amazing prices.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different prices, so lots of gift giving ideas there, and not just paintings. There's jewelry. There's all kinds of other stuff too.
Yeah.
So
It's not only paintings. Yes. But I would agree. Like, I mean, if you want to give a painting for Christmas, you're not going to give a painting that is of Christmas because then you just
you
have
can
that
only.
painting for the Christmas time
I
and not have
know.
it.
I
Yeah.
know. I
So,
wanted to find something with Santa. Maybe I'll have to do it myself, or like we had said, we should have a paint night or something.
did you see the paintings my daughter did for?
I did. Very
Yeah,
nice.
they're so cute. She did 3 altogether. I posted 2. I have to post the last one that she did, but they were so cute. I
They
was so proud
were.
of her. Yeah.
Now and I put my tickets somewhere. The draw for the $10,000 for the Agape fundraiser, that is still ongoing as well. So you can pick up your tickets. They're $20 a ticket. You've got a chance to win $10,000. You can pick them up at the thrift store, the New For You store at the Agape Center,
Okay.
and at the credit union on Second Street as well. So
Okay.
you still have a few days to pick up your ticket.
Okay. You can't do it online, eh?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
So you have to
no.
go in.
You have to go to one of those places. to pick it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go and get one of those. Did you buy any?
Of course I did. I have one. I have one, but I'd have to go pull it out. So
No, it's okay.
yeah, I'm not going to pull it out. I know we've
I was
advertised it.
curious.
Here, wait a minute. Just a second. It's right here. Can you see it?
There you go. Your chance to win $10,000.
Chance to win $10,000, and the draw is on December the 18th. So it's
Okay.
going to be pulled at 1 o'clock, and it'll be drawn at the Agape Center.
Noted.
So yeah, you have a little bit of time to go get your ticket if you're planning on getting one.
Awesome. Awesome. I don't go.
Yeah, because they've had a hard time with the fundraising this year as well. So they had to pivot and come up with different ideas. Usually they have dances, and of course those things didn't happen this year either.
Well,
so.
it's like the United Way. The United Way usually has their big event at this time
Well,
of the
we
year.
went last year,
I
remember?
know. I
And
know.
I
It
was,
awesome.
I was thinking about that. That was this past Saturday, I believe, wasn't it?
It was.
So
they did.
basically, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're talking about at the same time. Yeah, we went last year. Remember what we said? We're going to be going to different events as the Seeker Chicks, and we're going to enjoy 2020 and visit bigger events.
Oh boy,
What
did we
happened?
ever enjoy it.
Yeah, that kind of blew out the
Fell
window.
flat, eh? Yeah. So the way they did it is that you, from what I gather, you ordered it was what's the event called again? I have a blank now. The wine United, oh my gosh. United Way martini, something with martinis in it. No.
Well, that's because we had 2 martinis
Oh,
last year.
okay.
It wasn't with martinis. That wasn't the name. You know what? I can't remember. Isn't that awful? I've got a
Anyways,
blank too, but they did it very differently because you ordered them and you got them delivered to your house along
and
with
then
a box of goodies too, I believe.
and then you watched it on Kojiko on your TV. And
Yeah.
and so, they really pivoted and managed to do something with nothing, like most of us. But yeah, I hope it was really successful. I hope they
Well,
had,
I think they actually did have the event at Shoeless Joe's, I believe. The
yeah,
band was there. But again, socially distanced.
it was a closed event,
Yeah,
and
socially
only
distanced and very few people. So
very few people. Yes, it looked very safe. Hi. Anyway.
I'm going to see if I can find it because that really bothers me. You know, when you say something,
Now she's gonna,
I'm
yeah,
going to see if I can see it because
holiday, United Way holiday something. Can't
yeah,
remember.
and it was very festive, very nice. Actually, you know what? See, the thing that popped up, and I'll share that. Remember, we won that big bucket of
Oh,
booze.
we didn't win it. We
Well, we paid for it.
we bid it. We bid on it. Yeah. Oh,
Does it say where? Oh my goodness, it doesn't even say.
I know. Now it's gonna drive me nuts too.
You can probably find it faster than I can, but I will share that picture.
No celebration slate. That's not it. Wine and gourmet tasting? No. Wine and gourmet tasting. Like that.
Actually, speaking of the celebration sleigh, are they doing that this year?
I have no
Did
idea.
you hear anything about that? We'll have to look into that too.
I have no idea.
Because I like to get tickets to support that.
Yeah. Celebration sleigh. I'm sure they're probably doing it.
In the past, they had the celebration sleigh at Independent, but I didn't see it there, so that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, that was
Drilling.
That was Sheldon's chair beside me.
Okay. Sounded like a drill.
No, he's not out drilling. We've been working on the house for the last few days. We're putting up the forms for the basement walls, so that has to go up. We were hoping to have that up before the snow. I mean, there's a little snow right now, but it's not going to stop anything. So
Yeah.
he's out there every day. Today he's back here getting pricing for the next stages and things that we have to do. So that's very exciting. I will have a little column about what's been happening lately at the cottage. So
Cool. Very cool.
yeah, that's our pivoting. That's the way
Yep.
we're changing things up. So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna be pivoting. I'm always contemplating moving, and
well, yeah, you've gone to Windsor how many times now? You've moved?
oh, that ship has sailed.
Yes, I know. Thank God.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. If like the kids don't want to move anymore, like they want to stay in the area. So if
Yeah, moving that far away, it's a big thing, especially
well,
for the kids. They've got friends here, and not that they can see them right now, but I'm sure they're visiting Zoom wise and stuff. But
like right now would be a great time to move. Like like, but no, that ship has sailed.
mm,
Well, with John's new job and everything, it's just not
no, it's not the time to
not
be
something
doing
we want to
something
do.
like that.
Nope, 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 nope. Anyways, so on that note, I think we can wrap it up for today.
I mean, if anybody has any comments still, please send them in to us
Yep. And if you have
on anything.
suggestions, yes, yes. If you have any comments on anything, if you have suggestions on what you would like to discuss on a Monday morning for motivation, um, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear about you, and also come on video if you um, are so inclined.
Yeah, and especially if you have any events coming up, that's very important. Put them
Yep.
on our calendar
Yes.
at theseeker.ca. You can even send them in at info@theseeker.ca if you wish. But if you have something coming out, we would love you to come on the show and talk about it.
And promote it, yeah, and talk
Yeah.
about it, absolutely. And don't forget, if you have a small business, a small retail business, go on to the very big christmasshow.com, register your booth for the event that's happening on Saturday, and we hope to see you there. The Secret Chick will be live from 12 to 5.
You know what's going to be really nice, because usually when we have a show, we never get to visit every booth, because
Now
the
we
show,
will.
like we're so busy doing other things and organizing, and now we
Yep.
can visit everybody and talk to everybody and see what they have. So
Yep.
I'm excited.
That's cool. All right, so people, it's another wrap up for us. Hoping to see you next week,
And meanwhile, have yourself a super duper week.
and a great day.
Bye.